view. This is where I'm at. It's crazy. So I think I managed to get the view. I wanted something like, but anyways, I don't have a team and it's really cold. I don't want to spend hours out there trying to get a view, guys. But let's see about today. Today I'm going to be talking about um, proof of funds and payment of fees. All right. So I'm going to talking about the financial aspect of the application. All right, of you moving and studying in Finland. During my last video on the timeline, I talked about you researching the preferred program, and when you get it, you have to look at the requirements and then get your documents ready. And when the application period is open, you apply. Which for those who will be applying for masters, especially University of Helsinki and other universities, they are already open. Those of you waiting for the joint application to be open, because the joint application in Finland is on 4th of January to the 18th of January 2023, and study begins in September or towards the end of August, depending on the university, in 2023. Okay, so now you have your documents ready, you're waiting for the application period, everything is set, but now you're asking yourself, like, how do I deal with the financial aspect of it? The first thing you have to take note of is your fees, because if you don't pay your fees, there is no way you're even going to the embassy. So even I just want to talk about the fees before talking about the proof of funds. All right. So for the fees, I have been getting emails where people actually got admission into universities, but the fees is too high. All right. So please make sure, if especially if it's like you are certain that, all right, I can't afford to pay fees above 5,000 euros. There's no need to apply for programs like that. But if you're kind of like, okay, 50-50, then you can just apply, because maybe when you get the admission, okay, you have the money. But if you are excuse me, if you are so sure that there is no way, like, I can't afford this, because we all know our different financial strength. All right. From like for me, if I look at something and like there's no way I'll afford this thing, I don't look at it twice. Like, I don't have the money, so I don't want to know about it. So that's the same thing. If you don't have the money, if you can't afford 10,000 euros for a program, there's no need for you to apply. Channel your energy, your effort, everything to the programs that you can afford. All right. And I know University of Applied Sciences have affordable programs. All right. um between 2,500 euros to 6,000 euros. That's what I call affordable, because 6,000 should be the highest. But most University of Applied Science, that's bachelor's degree, you can pay 3,000 euros. And there is this one university that we all know of. I always talk about the University of Eastern Finland. You can pay as little as 3,000 euros for a master's program. So it depends on the program, because they have 80% scholarships, 70% scholarships, 50% scholarships. They also have 100% scholarships. So if you look at the requirements for scholarship and you're like, all right, I think I can afford this, all right, then channel all your energy to scholarship, and then also apply for other programs that require you to pay fees, because if you don't get the scholarship, you get this other one and you can still pay. Okay, so my advice is focus on programs that you can afford to pay the fees. It saves you more time and stress. That's just it. Okay, so now if you're aware of the fees, I think the next question will be, how do you pay the fees? You don't need to bother about how to pay the fees. Why? Because the university will give you all the information, where you're supposed to pay, the bank details and everything. One more thing. Last year we had a situation where a lot of students, like, it was difficult for them to pay their fees, because Some of them don't have bank accounts. Some of them don't have maybe a bank that they will just go to and say, okay, can I pay my fees? For some, there was like the limit. All right, maybe you can't pay more than 2,000 euros from your account or whatever at once. So they had these challenges. One thing I want to advise you is, please, when you attend, now there are a lot of fairs going on online where they talk about applying for university. Ask questions, and if you can't attend those fairs online, send emails to the admission office telling them, okay, I'm interested in this program, I'm ready to apply, but I think I'll have a problem with paying the fees. So is there any other way? Because there's no need for you to wait, because there's a time frame that you'll be given to pay the fees. So you will be in a haste. So now is the time for you to ask those questions like, in my country, I can't pay this amount like upfront, or I don't, or just make your enquiries also from your own end. Inquire from your bank, inquire from, like, ask questions, all right, so that you already know that, okay, if I'm admitted, then I have to pay my fees. Mind you, if you really want to get the early birth scholarship, then you'll be given maybe 2 weeks to pay your fees, or 1 week. So within that 1 week, you don't have time to figure everything out as to how you're going to pay the fees without stress. All right. So the university will give you all the details, but some countries may have challenges with you paying your fees. Not the countries, but maybe you are not familiar or you don't have a bank account, and so ask questions. That's what I'm trying to say. So when you're done with the fees, that's when you have your admission letter, and that's when you apply for your residence permit. Okay. So in order for you to apply for your residence permit, you need to show means of support or proof of funds. An international student, you're required to show a bank statement of 6,720 euros. I'll take it again. As an international student, you are required to show a bank statement of 6,720 euros. It doesn't matter if you're coming to study a master's program for 2 years, a bachelor's program of 3 years, a bachelor's program of 4 years, a degree program or a diploma program of 1 year. You need to show 6,720 euros. All right. You are not paying the money into a block account. The money will be in your account. Okay. I'm repeating all this because if I see comments later on, not on this video, in another video, still asking this, I'll not even reply, because I've talked about this like over and over, and I want to reiterate this. All right. I still want to talk about this again. You need 6,720 euros as a bank statement, irrespective of your program, irrespective of the number of years you are supposed to stay in Finland. This money should be in your own account. It means the account should have your name and your account number. The bank statement should have your name and your account number. You may have a sponsor, but this 6,720 euros should be in your own account, not your sponsor's account. Your own account, not that of your sponsor. The only thing your sponsor needs to do is to show, like, is to testify, all right, stating that he is your sponsor or she is your sponsor, stating your relationship, and also proving where the money that he or she has given to you, where the money is coming from. So if he has a job, you can attach his work contract, you can attach his pay slip. If he has a business, he can attach his a document showing that his business has been registered, he's paying tax and all the likes. Finland, they want to know that you're paying tax. If you have a business, you're paying tax, you're doing legal business. So this is from your sponsor. Okay. The other thing is, if you want to sponsor yourself, so you are self-sponsoring yourself. For example, you have a good job, you want to sponsor yourself. You put your money in your account, you attach your work certificate, you attach your pay slip for the past 6 months. And one more thing, your bank statement should contain your transactions for the past 6 months. Your sponsors, if he's also attaching his bank statement, it should like contain information from the past 6 months. So for example, if I'm submitting my documents in May or June, then I should be able to submit my bank statement a bank statement that shows my transaction from January right up to June, or January right up to May. Or if January to May is 5 months, there should be December right up to May. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, so if you are self-sponsoring yourself, all you need to do is this money should be in your account. You show your work contract and you explain it that you've been saving. By the way, they'll see it from the details, okay, in your bank statement that, okay, you've been saving. All right, so that is the financial aspect of it. The main ones. You have to spend money when it comes to health insurance. You don't need to buy health insurance for more than 1 year, even if your program will last 4 years. And as we all know, you show 6,720 euros. You show health insurance for 1 year, but if your program is 4 years, they're gonna give you 4 years upfront. That's the good news here in Finland. If your program is 2 years, they're gonna give you 2 years upfront. You're not going to show bank statement for 2 years. You're not going to buy insurance for 2 years. No. Okay. So you are going to buy insurance, which is not that expensive. You can get insurance within 150 to 200 euros. All right, for 1 year, and you can get it online, or you can go to different insurance companies in your home country. Okay, you just let them know that you're coming to study. They know all these things, and you need health insurance for 1 year. They will tell you what to do. Okay, so the other financial aspect is you paying for the application. So for example, you fill your application through study info. You fill your application through enterfinland.fi. You will pay 100 euros less when you pay online, when you pay for your application online. All right, but if you want to go pay for your application, maybe in VFS Global or in the embassy, you know that you pay like 100 euros more. So it's advisable to pay online. Okay, so we have your your fees, your bank statement, you paying for you're applying for your student permit, so you pay for that. You pay to the Finnish immigration. Okay, and then you have the health insurance. So I think that's where you spend the most. And for those of you who are traveling from, maybe if you don't have the Finnish embassy in your country, then you spend money because you're going to another country, and maybe accommodation for the number of days they're gonna be there. Obviously you spend money. And if you're going by air, you buy flight ticket, which is expensive also. And if you're going by as long as you're going to another country anyways for your embassy visit, you will need money. Okay, so that's it about the financial aspect of it. Some of you are asking if you're coming with your kids and your spouse. For your spouse, you need to pay an additional amount of money. You need to show, for your spouse, you need to show an additional amount of money in your bank statement. So you're not gonna just show 6,720 euros if you're coming with your spouse. You're gonna add it. I'm gonna leave a link that takes you to the immigration website where all this information is there. Okay, so the number of kids, the more kids you have, the more the money that you're supposed to show or to have in your bank account for bank statement. The more your family size, the more the amount you're supposed to show as bank statement. Okay, but if you're coming alone, then it's just 6,720 euros. Just in the sense that you're not paying more than that. You're not showing more than that. All right, not that the money is small. It's not small. I know it's a hustle. So if you have a question, just comment below and let me know what's the question all about. And one more thing, if you are planning to move with your family, I'll advise you apply for yourself first. You move here. and then before applying for your family to join you. It's less stressful, less financial stress, and you have a high possibility of them joining you. Okay. All right. Okay. So I hope this. I'm I'm not cool because I'm well dressed, but it's just that when you're out, you just feel like okay, I'm cool, and then all this no. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it was helpful to you. Do well to like, share with your friends, comment, subscribe if you haven't. If you are new here, you're welcome. Let's go through this journey together. Make sure to subscribe, and please, 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 please invite your friends, share with someone, say, hey, come on and subscribe to Tabby's channel. Let's go through this journey together. Okay, and give it a thumbs up. The more you like the video, the more YouTube recommend our video. Okay, that's the least you can do for me. All right. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you. See you when next you see me. Bye.